Hey, welcome to tonight's session. My name is Karson. I'm a mindfulness teacher. So I'm going to lead tonight's session and my mindfulness practice session. So in this 45-minute session, we'll practice mindfulness together. We practice meditation together in a way that we can find the inner calmness, the inner peace, and also to cultivate the ability to pay attention to the present moment experiences with more openness and more curiosity, so that we can allow and accept whatever arises or happens to us in our lives, and with more space, more it's like an ocean. It's a vast ocean, a vast container that we can contain things happen to us, instead of resisting, instead of using our usual habitual way to fight against what happens, what arises in life. And also we can be more present to people around us in our communication, in our interpersonal relationship. And also we can better concentrate and be more focused on the task at hand, and so that we can savor, we can enjoy more the things that we love to do, or even the things we don't like to do, so we can still be more present. All right. So we'll do different practices together, whether or not you are a beginner or you are experienced meditators. You're good to follow. You're in the right place, and so then we can practice together. And regardless of your experience level, we can still practice this beginner's mind attitude in mindfulness, which is a very important attitude to practice mindfulness also in our life. Okay. So a little disclaimer about this session. I'm going to record the session, and for futures replay, I will upload to YouTube or other online outlet on my website, but only with my presence, with my guidance. So all of the sharing, all of the engagement or interaction between you and me will not be recorded and uploaded to the internet. So don't worry about that. Okay, so let's take a few moments to settle the body first and foremost, allowing the body to rest, to find a comfortable spot. So tuning in to this body, so becoming aware right now in this moment, perhaps after a long working day, after the training you did, or after a conversation you had with your friends or clients or your colleagues, whatever, just be aware. What is here right now? What's happening in this body? Any tightness, any tension, or maybe some places in the body you may feel at ease or relaxed. So take a moment to check in. So we're living in a very fast and dynamic world. Things are always changing right now, and a lot of distractions happening around us. Sometimes these distractions may pull us away, pull us apart. But through mindfulness practice, we can gather our attention back, and to turn this attention, turn this lens back to us, inside us. So if you feel that some places in the body you may feel a little bit tense or stiff, you can make a choice for yourself to allow the body to soften a bit, to encourage the body to soften naturally. So inviting some relaxations, letting go of any extra efforts you might be holding in the body. So softening the neck, the shoulders, the back. Just rest. And then now shifting the attention from the body to the mind, to the heart. Listening to your heart. What is here right now? The mental state. So connecting to the emotions, the emotional being right now. So you may feel a little bit disappointed, or you may feel confused or annoyed, worried, or you may feel relaxed, you may feel happy, you may feel joyful, or maybe just neutral, nothing too predominant right now. That's fine as well. So connecting to the heart space. And also maybe taking a look at the mind. What's on your mind right now? Any thinking or thoughts maybe showing up in the mind. So checking in. Allowing and accepting what is showing or what is arising in the mind. And then perhaps just take a few deeper than normal breaths. Just breathe in fully, a long and deep breath. Breathing in, allowing the air to move in through the nose, if that is okay for you. And then maybe holding a 1 or 2 seconds. And then breathing out fully, breathing out deeply. Releasing the tension, inviting the body to release the tension, or inviting the mind to release the thoughts or thinking. Allowing you to come back to this present moment. And gently shifting the breathing rhythm back to normal, just breathing naturally. And coming back in this room, this space, in this virtual community. It's nice to see you all. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Monima. So we continue to do meditation practice today. And in particular, I'd like to introduce or talk a little bit about uncertainty and impermanence or changes. There's a saying is about it's nothing permanent in the world other than impermanence itself. The only thing is certain, the only thing is permanent, it changes, it's impermanence. And so day by day we receive a lot of, we hear a lot of different news or different things happen in the world around us. There's so many things are changing right now, and most of the time we feel it's uneasy, it's very difficult to accept it and to be calm. And human beings, we don't like uncertainty. We like to be certain, because certainty it's comfortable, it feels safe, it feels okay, it feels good. Versus uncertainty or changes, it doesn't feel that good compared to certainty. And especially if the changes is unwanted, something, the things going on in our way, we tend to use a lot of energies to fight against or to struggle against the changes, changing nature, and that would increase our suffering. That would increase the negative emotions inside us. And I like to use a quote from a Buddhist now, a very famous mindfulness teacher, Pema Chodron. She said, impermanence is a principle of harmony. When we don't struggle against it, we are in harmony with reality. So the reality itself is always changing. So we can cultivate through mindfulness, we can create the inner space, the vast ocean, the analogy as I used earlier. We can contain, accept the changes, the things, and with the kindness, with openness, so that we can still be peaceful, we can still be open to them, and not fighting, not showing any hatred or dislike towards the changing nature. And we don't have to like the result of the change. We don't have to like or just blindly accept it. We can still do something to how to put it in words. We can transform. We can do things to change the situation if we find it's not working, was not serving you well. However, we can conserve our energy to the action itself, to the problem solving itself, instead of wasting energy into feeling bad, in wasting energy in all different thoughts, or denying about the fact or the reality, or blaming ourselves or blaming others about the situation, so that we can save, or we can conserve this energy into a more productive way. Okay. So right now, we use practice to try to cultivate this capacity for us to be open to the changing nature, to changes. So now, so coming back to the position, coming back to a comfortable posture. If that's okay for you, to sit upright or to lie down on the bed, that's okay as well, or stand, it's okay too. So settling into your position, the position you choose for yourself. If you feel safe, if you feel secure, you can choose to close your eyes, or you can leave your eyes open with a downward soft gaze. And then now, guiding the attention, bring the attention to the body, noticing the points of contact in the body. Underneath your feet, you may notice firmness, you may notice the feet in touch with the floor, the ground, or the heels pressing down into the floor, the mat, the bed. So noticing the sensations, what sensation is showing up there? Perhaps you may notice tingling vibration, maybe a subtle flow of energy, blood circulation, or a lack of sensation. That's fine. We can include that in our field of awareness. We can hold it. And just paying attention for a little more while. Be patient. And just feel and sense. Pay attention to the sensation to see if they are changing. If yes, then how are they changing? So you may notice there may be a wide waves of sensation rising and falling, going up and down. And then now, letting go of your feet. And then guiding the attention to the back. Noticing the lower back, the mid back, and the upper back. So depending on your posture, if you are sitting on a chair with the back, perhaps your back are pressing against the back of the chair. If you're lying down, then you may be the back is in touch with the mattress, the surface of the bed. And again, we can use this mindful attitude to pay attention without judgment, with patience, openness. Stay here for a little while, a few more moments to notice what is showing up here in the body. Perhaps you may notice expansion, contraction, inflating, deflating. As you breathe, the natural movements showing in the body. So the body is always changing as well, from moment to moment. And we know it because we pay attention to it. And being open continually with the awareness. The openness, the space inside the torso, the back, the heartbeats, the lungs, the ribs, how they change over time. So in the now, letting go of the torso and the back. And I'd like you to bring the attention to your ears, attending to sounds. So we can use sound as our object of attention. So in a similar fashion, we can follow sounds, follow how sound changes. So noticing how sound emerges, how sound changes in volume, the sounds in your room, the sound you hear from the speaker, the sound from the bell. How sound fades away. And see if you can, as you continue to listen, let go of the expectation. Let go of the analysis, the temptation and the impulse to make sense of the sound. Just releasing them and allowing you to simply listen and follow and accept what you hear. So you may hear some music. You may hear sounds coming from other places. It doesn't matter. Nothing is certain, nothing is permanent. So use your ears, use your hearing to cultivate this vast container inside you to hold all of the present moment experiences. If you find yourself lost, getting lost in thinking or mind wandering or other distractions, that's okay. Feel free to come back to sounds, or you can return to breaths. You can return to breathing. So finding a home base for you to be still, be centered. So we'll continue to listen. listening to how sound fades away, and then now releasing the attention around sounds, and then bring the attention to the breathing, so you can rest your attention in the belly or in the chest, the heart area, or the tip of the nose, the spot below the nostrils. So choose a place where you can notice breathing most clearly. And then resting the attention there to follow the physical movements showing in the body as you breathe. Rising and falling, the expansion and contraction, the coolness and the warmth. So instead of using effort or energy to hold so tightly, see if you can just be at ease and just relax. Just follow how the body changes as you breathe. It's like following the waves in the ocean, riding the waves, following the flow. One breath at a time, flowing in and out. So again, if you notice you're expecting or you're judging about the breathing or how the body moves, see if you can allow yourself to release and let go of these expectations. Let go of the striving for certainty. And simply opening to how the body changes as you breathe. So every single breath is a unique breath. So reminding yourself to staying with the breathing, staying with the flow. So simply resting, just be. If you notice distractions, mind wandering, mind drifting off, that's okay. Simply returning to the breathing or returning to sounds you're hearing. Continue to practice. Practicing in silence. So if you notice yourself struggling against or fighting against during the practice, see if you can just relax back, just settle back a little bit, to be at ease, and once again opening to what shows up, just being naturally aware, softening the focus, simply following the flow. So, and then now, gently dropping the focus around breathing and allowing the breaths, allowing the awareness around the breaths or sounds to fade into the background. And then we are going to turn the attention into the mind and the heart and see if you can recall to reflect on a recent episode, a recent piece of memory, something that happened recently that you remember, that something surprised you, something happened suddenly, caught you by surprise, maybe at your work, maybe in your family life, maybe about your health or your finance. Something happened not in your planned or expected way. And take a moment to recall it. If you just so happen you don't find that episode or memory, that's okay. Just follow along and experience as best you can. And if you have that recollection in your mind, and try to pay attention and be aware what shows up in the body. What is its impact in your body? As you are recalling that moment, perhaps you may feel tightness. You may feel your fist or your teeth are clenching. You may feel the chest, the heart area are so tight and contracted. See if you can practice some openness, some kindness around these sensations. As we did earlier, making some space to hold these sensations. And to notice how they change. How they change, how they move, how they grow, or how they shrink. And now shifting the attention from the body to the mind and the heart. How does that feel in those moments? The moments of surprise, the moments of uncertainty, the moments of things not going your way. Perhaps you may feel hurt. You may feel disappointed. You may feel powerless, helpless. You may feel lost. Once again, making space for yourself to own and hold these emotions and feelings. And perhaps also showing yourself some kindness. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it is hard. Showing yourself some compassion, just like how you treat your best friends, how you treat your loved ones. And then now, trying to pay attention or try to recollect again, how would that feel if you have this patience, if you have this wisdom to accept what life brings to us. If we have this openness, the curiosity to allow and make space for the situations, for the surprises, how would that feel? How would that feel like for you? What would be the impact? How would it serve you? What if you have the strength? What if you have this calmness, peacefulness to deal with changes and uncertainty? How would that feel like? And then finally, we can use this opportunity to show ourselves to send ourselves some well wishes, wishing ourselves to be able to have these capacities, these qualities to help us cope with changes and uncertainties. So you can say the following soft words or the phrases to yourself silently in your heart. May I be strong. May I have the strength to meet the surprises, the unwanted. May I be patient. May I have the courage to stand for ourselves, to stand for myself, to stand up for myself. May I be grounded. May I be stable. May I have kindness, compassion. May I be at ease and peaceful in this dynamic, always changing world. May I be settled. So continue to experience how it may feel like for you to send yourself some well wishes. And try your best to hold them, to hold the experiences. And then releasing this reflection, this contemplation, and then bringing the attention once again back to this body, finding the breathing, finding the body. Once again, noticing how this body is sitting here, or lying down, or standing. How this body is always breathing. Although it is changing all the time. Whenever we are alive, we are breathing. So continue to take care of your body. Bring some movements to wiggle your fingers, your toes, to roll your shoulders, your wrists, to stretch, to shake out the legs, the arms. Then once you feel ready, softly and gently open the eyes. To allow this sight to include this room, to be aware of the space around you, to reconnect to this present moment. Okay, here we are. Thank you for the practice. Thank you for following along and for your presence. And so feel free to, because I'm curious about how you feel, how you experience, feel free to type in the chat about your how you feel right now in the body, or how you experience in the mind right now after the practice, after the meditation. Or if you have any questions you'd like to ask, feel free to type in the chat to let me know as well. Okay, so I'd like to stop the recording recording first. So thank you everyone for following for the practice. If you are watching this recording, this replay, I hope to see you again in the live session or in the next recording. Thanks a lot, and hope you have a nice week, and take care. Thank you.